Hey, what's up? On our plate for the show, Ghost of Yotei DLC teased. Battlefield 6 is doing better than better. And we need to talk about that Pokemon budget leak because that explains a whole lot. All this and more on this episode of Press X to Start Gamers Digest. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, TJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka I kick, I chop, it's all in my mind. Something. I'm hallucinating. I am joined by.
On MF Ross.
What does the MF stand for?
I don't know.
Well, my whole thing
Furlough.
is
Motherfucking furlough.
right. Half the country's with you, man. Jesus. Oh, jeez. Yeah, my whole thing is it's a Ghost of Yotei reference. Yes, that's that. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that condenses the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live on YouTube every week when we can make, because boy, I tell you, life is hard, especially now.
But putting kids to bed is harder.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That takes a whole different kind of patience. All right. What you can do to help us, not with the whole kids thing, but with the whole podcast thing, is by subscribing to this channel, hitting the like button, hitting the notification bell. Thank you. If you are listening, please leave us a review on whatever podcast service you are listening to us with. And if you want, you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord. That'll take you to where you need to be, which is with us. In a platonic sort of way. Anyways, with that out the way, let us jump. Let us jump into Let us jump into the gaming news with number one. Ghost of Yotei co-director teases new DLC continuing Asta's journey. Asta's. Oh my gosh. I just finished watching Black Clover. So that name has been bouncing in my head every time I see Atsu's name from Ghost of Yotei. So it's just a whole thing. Okay, I'm dealing with it. We'll get over it together. All right. So yes, this comes to us from Tech 4 Gamer by way of Shahir Zahid. There you go. Okay, so in an interview with Game Informer, co-director Jason Connell and lead writer Ian Miles were asked, or Ian or Ian? Ian, maybe? Okay, we're asked about a potential DLC expansion for the Ghost of Yotei somewhere down the line. Connell brought up the Iki Island DLC for Ghost of Tsushima, which focused on Jin's father and stated that for Atsu, not Asta, Atsu, not Asta, Atsu. I'm gonna get it. If there are rooms to improve it or to bring some new elements to life or clarify for the narrative's sake, they'll definitely get work on it. That's a weird quote. So that's their quote. They're basically saying that if they find an opportunity to further Atsu's story, then they will. If not, they won't. I look at this as a tease, but we also have to put this in context where the next piece of content they are working on for Ghost of Yotei is Ghost of Yotei Legends, which is the multiplayer mode. They had the same for Tsushima as well. So I think that's coming out early next year. So if we were to get DLC for Yotei, it would probably be around this time next year, depending on how expansive that DLC is.
Yeah.
But this definitely seems like very positive news, especially if you enjoy playing Ghost of Yotei, and this is going to give you more of that content. I am pretty happy for this. I would love more Ghost of Yotei story to play through. I haven't beat the game yet. I am My game clock says I am 69 nice hours into the game at like 51 or 52% done. So you're muted.
Me and you are actually ahead of Avery and Cameron in that regard. Interesting.
Really?
I mean, going by the achievements.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking if we could just wait and talk about this at the what we've been playing section.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about the what we've been playing section. But yeah, I mean, I'm having a good time. I'm trying to do as much as possible as I'm playing. So I guess I'm going slower, but
Yeah, because I'm getting a lot done in terms of like side quests and stuff.
yeah, same here. Yeah. But yeah,
I feel like a
what's
lot of
your
them are vital, but go ahead.
yeah, oh no, I totally agree. Like I don't know what my experience would be like if I didn't do a lot of the side missions and get those like interesting charms. But yeah, like what's your feels on this DLC tease?
I hope it is as fun as what was it, Legends of Tsushima? Whatever that
Mhm.
was.
Well,
Yeah.
this think more like Iki Island. I actually didn't get to play that for Ghost of Tsushima, whereas
Uh,
the Legends we know it's coming early next year. They've already said
okay.
they're gonna
Well,
do it. Yeah,
shit, Icky Island was solid. I think I was
yeah.
beating that drum last year. I don't know if anybody else had played it other than me.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I figured that'd be the case. We're both enjoying Yotei, so it's just more Yotei. So of course. So yeah, I'd love for them to get to work on that as soon as they can, but they have the Legends mode to work out, and I am very excited for what that will be because Ghost of Tsushima's Legend was just a great time. It was a short time, but a great time. All right. Speaking of great times, number 2, Battlefield 6 sells 7 million copies. Danger close to Call of Duty. This comes to us from Forbes by Paul Tassi, of course. So I'm bringing this up because last week when we talked about Battlefield 6's success, it was just at 5 million, I believe. I think 5 million within 24 hours or 48 hours. But the actual
Sounds about
number
right.
right now, say it again?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. The actual number now is that Battlefield 6 has reached 7 million copies sold in 3 days, which is an insane number. Um, you have to go back to the EA's CEO, Andrew. I don't know who owns EA anymore right now, anyway, so whatever. But back then, the EA CEO came out and said that, or one of the CEOs came out and said that they are expecting Battlefield 6 to have 100 million players or something. Like that's their expectation within X number of years or whatever. And everybody looked at the number and was like, oh, that's insane. Like these people don't know what they're talking about. They're going to doom Battlefield 6 like they doomed Battlefield 2042 and all this stuff. And this game is a juggernaut. Like it came out, it did massive concurrent player numbers on Steam. That number has since dropped down to like I think it's like around 500,000 or something like that concurrent players, but even that's pretty solid. It sold 7 million copies in 3 days. Of course, it's going to be more, seeing how we're further away from that release date. And they haven't even released I believe it's free to play battle royale mode.
It's allegedly coming out next year sometime or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So actually, I think it might be sooner than next year.
We'll see.
I don't know when
It don't
though.
matter right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, but like they really might get close to that number sooner than we all expected. So that's kind of crazy. And then you also have to look at the fact that Call of Duty is coming next month. Well, there's an asterisk there. There's an asterisk there. But yeah, Call of Duty is coming next month. So that is definitely going to cut into the player count of Battlefield 6, where the people who haven't completely jived with the, you know, gameplay nuances of Battlefield, who have come from Call of Duty and will go back to Call of Duty once it's out. That's probably going to drop that number down a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, this is a big number. It's kind of weird to see Battlefield, out of all the first person shooters, come back again and is actually like killing it. But props to them. Hopefully they can keep it up. Number 3. Apparent leaked Pokemon budgets have everyone talking. This comes to us from Polygon by way of Patricia Hernandez. So this is interesting. According to leakers disseminating the bulk of related information. Oh, let me back up some. There was a huge Pokemon leak that happened, and it involved different sorts of information. Some information involved budget stuff, which we're going to talk about. Some information involved the timeline for Pokemon games between now and 2030. I have that information pulled up, but there's not too much to that other than just giving random names to games and projects. It doesn't mean too much because those timelines can easily shift. So we're not focusing on that. We're going to focus on the budget because I think the budget is actually the more important thing. And it answers a lot of the questions most of the old school Pokemon heads have when it comes to the quality of the games that they release. So yeah, according to leakers disseminating the bulk of the related information, the following is how much recent Pokemon games have cost to make in yen with rough US dollar equivalent for reference based on current conversion rates, which those rates are pretty crappy right now. Doesn't matter. Pokemon Sword and Shield, which most people universally enjoyed, thought that was a good game. That was $16.4 million as a budget.
They made $1.5 billion. Call it $1.6 billion because I just looked up the sales. The game was about $60.
Yeah, right.
And they sold 26.6 million copies. And Nintendo first party stuff doesn't go on sale often, so let's take it down by, let's say, $1 million. In dollar amount. So
yeah,
$1.6 billion almost. God.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was Sword and Shield. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was Sword and Shield. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
You played it, man. Or okay, Arceus.
Yes. That was $14.4 million. Mind you, that was them trying something completely different from the standard Pokemon, which would require some R&D and, time to prototype and stuff, but that still came under the Pokemon Sword and Shield game. And then the next game we had was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which was at $21.8 million.
That sold 27 million units, so another 1.something billion.
Ooh, that's awesome. Whereas,
I'm go ahead.
Wait, you talking about Arceus or Scarlet and Violet?
Scarlet and Violet sold that much. I'm about to check up Arceus, whatever.
Okay.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and then for everyone's memory, Scarlet and Violet was the Pokemon that was quote unquote open world, but it looked like it was a PS 2.5 game.
14.8 million copies. I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay. It did not look good. It did not run well. It had tons of problems because it was doing too much on the little Switch that couldn't. So these are the numbers we have to work with. To put in perspective, Call of Duty Black Ops. I know it's crazy. Call of Duty Black Ops cost anywhere between $450 to $700 million to make.
This is a series like per game.
Yes. Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei cost around $60 million to produce.
Amazing.
They know how to use that money. So No, I think Shireen's up there. Okay. Child 2 is crying, but parent 1 has him. Yeah, so this is you got to take a breath and just really just let it wash over you, because it is a thing of, you just read how much money the Pokemon games make. You know, Nintendo does gangbusters when it comes to their first parties in this case.
Yep.
And it's like your budget for your AAA game is falling almost in like a double A range, maybe a single A range. And it is a thing of like, yes, they are more, obviously they're more money conscious when it comes to making these games, but it's like you could give them a little bit more money for polish at least to make these games run a bit better or look a little better.
How much are they requesting for these budgets? Like, this is how much they spent.
Yeah. We don't know how much. We don't have that kind of information.
I mean,
there also a grain of salt that these numbers might not actually be legit, and all that stuff. These are all rumors.
They look like that's how much they cost.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, the general framework is there. They're just creating assets, and
yeah,
they're creating assets and storylines. So I mean, I can see why it's conservative, because the general gameplay loop hasn't changed since the 90s. They're just creating more quests. This is no different than NBA 2K or Madden. What is the budget for those?
Probably like in the hundreds of millions, probably, because you also have to consider they're using likenesses and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. But okay, but then you still get what I mean, though. Let me see. So NBA 2K25 reportedly had a budget of over 100 million.
It's the thing.
It's relative.
I would, seeing that Sword and Shield cost 16 million, Scarlet and Violet cost 21.8 or 16.4 million and 21.8 million. Like there was a ramp up in terms of how ambitious they wanted to be with their games between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. So it's like I can see the increase there, but it is just the weird thing of like, even with that increase, these numbers just seem super low in comparison to the other like heavy hitter games around it. And I wonder how much Donkey Kong cost. Like, because that game is very much so AAA. That is a long experience. You are doing a bunch of different things in that game. It's open world.
It's a lot of reused assets, though. If you really break it down, if you look at it,
yeah, that's true.
It's just a level that they made for you to bust up.
Yeah, but still, that takes time, and because you are constantly interacting with the environment, that gives you more potential for like bugs and like issues like that. So that has to account for something. It's just,
I think they have physics down pat after you look at Tears of the Kingdom and stuff like that. But we've been hearing for years that Nintendo's the devs are wizards when it comes to physics.
Yeah.
And efficiency.
Yeah,
what we're seeing here is efficiency.
Is it though? Is it really efficient what they're doing? I mean, I guess it's technically yes, because it's making them a ton of money.
I saw earlier someone claimed that $11 million of this $13 million budget for Pokemon ZA went to some character's ass, while the windows look like PNGs. So I don't know. You be the judgment.
Well, hey man, making semi-spherical objects is difficult in a 3D space, whereas windows are flat. You can just it's like what, 10 vectors at most. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, like it's one of those things where seeing these numbers, I'm not surprised because I played those games and I understand where that money went and where that money didn't go. But it is just still a little surprising because, oh my gosh, there's a Miyamoto quote at the end that says bigger budgets don't necessarily equate to better ideas. Maybe it equates to better looking ideas. Maybe. But this is just it just adds a bit fuel to that like fire of Nintendo, make these Pokemon games look just a little better, please. That's all we're asking for. You can keep the controls, you can keep everything else. Just make these things look a little better. And I think Pokemon ZA has that better presentation, but you can still see that it's missing in certain areas. And it's just, I don't know. We're not gonna get away from that. But I'm done ranting. You got anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. Before we get into even more weirdly priced things, hey, subscribe. You do it? How about now? Thank you. All right. And again, if you're listening, please leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're tuned in on. We appreciate that. Number 4. This is their hardware. Xbox boss says Ally X handhelds an eye-watering $1,000 price was set by Asus. This comes to us from IGN by way of Tom Phillips. Ugh. So Xbox has addressed the ROG Ally X handheld controversial $1,000 price point and said it has been hardware maker Asus that ultimately decided how much to charge. So maybe I'm wrong with this understanding, but if one side of the partner says, "Hey, we want to charge this much," and the other side's like, "Oh wait, that's too much money. Maybe we can work a deal to like have it cost something cheaper and like kind of subsidize that price that you want." Isn't that a thing that people do?
While they set the price, they were okay with it. Cause it could have been like, nah, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah, like
I feel like that's a cop out. They're trying to Asus is probably willing to take the brunt of the hate because they're not all that vocal when it comes to things like this.
yeah, and
We
and they'll
don't
be
know who the
okay.
president of Asus is. We don't know who the anybody of anything is at Asus. So
That's
yeah,
true.
Asus did that.
That's true. We barely know how to say their name. Like
Hmm.
it's a thing of this is throwing blame in such a weird way of like, why would you even respond to this? Just don't say anything. Yeah, that the thing costs $1,000 because we believe that it should cost $1,000. Don't throw the ball over at Asus and be like, yeah, it's $1,000 because they said it's $1,000. Like that puts everybody in a weird state. Like, okay, well, Asus, is this true? Are you going to respond to this now? It's like this wasn't necessary. Like this is just a weird thing of
Yep.
Xbox just being in a not good place. Ugh. So we're not gonna worry about the actual quote. Yeah, that's kind of it for that. I wanted to bring that up because it's just a weird thing of this is why the thing costs so much. It's not our fault, it's their fault. You guys worked on this together. What are you talking about? But on top of things being more expensive, even Xbox developer kits are getting a big price hike. This comes to us from The Verge by way of wait, there it is. There it is. By way of Tom Warren. After raising prices on Xbox consoles and subscriptions, Microsoft is now turning its attention to Xbox developers. Sources familiar with Microsoft's plans tell The Verge that the company is significantly increasing the price of its Xbox development kits, the custom hardware used by developers to build Xbox games. The current Xbox dev kit is moving from $1,500 to $2,000, a
Well,
33%.
granted, you could write that off, I guess, but I maybe understand a PlayStation specific dev kit, but why an Xbox dev kit when it's running modified Windows and you have a set spec target to meet? Two of them, but that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense if you look at it from the console's perspective, but it'll make sense if you look at it from the PC perspective, which is what you're getting at. It's that, like, yeah, just make your games for PC and release it on Xbox PC or whatever that's called or whatever, and you just have to use the. Because I think you can still use the Xbox um, dev tools, but for PC and not for the console.
I'm saying if you want to release something on the console, it's just running modified Windows.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, you're right on that. Like that's what the backbone of that is. But I think
And then I want to say it was Xbox 360 or the Xbox One where you could apply for like a dev or indie whatever to run code on the Xbox to test it. What's going on here?
I think this is another step of them, graciously kind of exiting the console race, the console thing. Like, they have Sarah Bond
Well, you
has
know what?
come out.
Before we criticize them, how much is the PS5 dev kit?
$3,000. Like, I don't know.
All right, that's reasonable.
But it is a thing of, like, Sarah Bond came out and said that the next Xbox console, that like PC hybrid console PC thing, is going to be a boutique item. So that's going to be even more expensive than what we're probably imagining it will be. And to me, that just signals to me that Xbox is moving in a place where we're not going to compete with PlayStation anymore, because we're ending that right now by putting our games on that console. So we are just going to be a avenue of, you can play our games anywhere, or you can buy this super powerful gaming PC and play our games there. We're not going to have a middle ground and compete with the people in that middle ground anymore. That's done after next generation. So that's kind of where I'm seeing Xbox is going.
So
And
I don't know if this is still a thing, but around 2022, Sony was loaning out PS5 dev kits to developers for free of charge. Newly licensed PlayStation game publishers and developers, they could receive
oh,
one free kit. This is just, what are you doing, Xbox? What are you doing, Microsoft? Sarah Bond, what's
I
going
mean,
on?
again, this. Okay. What I think is happening is, I think by middle of 2026, we are going to see Phil Spencer step down from Xbox and have Sarah Bond completely lead Xbox. But I also don't believe that's going to last very long, because I think when they do this next console or something, it's going to be a big shift. And I think they are going to push the Xbox brand to like Microsoft gaming. And like, I think that's going to be a thing, and that's going to fall even more under Microsoft and be this whole like Xbox is going to just be absorbed into like Microsoft officially. And I don't know what will happen to Sarah, but I guess she would still be a part of the gaming side, because they still need that role. I don't know. Like, it just seems that like Xbox is going away. I don't know. It sucks. it sucks. But on lighter news, number 5, Halo Studios reportedly launching a live service title like Fortnite next year.
Can't wait. I love Halo Live. Yeah. No.
I can't wait to do the newest dances in Halo. Oh my gosh.
A little late, ain't it?
Yeah, very. This comes to us from Tech4 Gamer by way of Shahimir? Sarfarza?
Shamir Sarfaraz.
There we
Sarfaraz.
go. Nailed it. All right. So no, that's giving a background to Halo. We all know what happened to Halo Infinite. We don't need to relive that. Okay, so reliable insider Rebs Gaming claims that the studios are also preparing. Oh no. Okay, this jumped right in. Okay. So from what we know, rumor is that there are 2 Halo projects being worked on. We have this Fortnite live service Halo game, but we also have Halo CE remake. Yes. So like the first Halo is being remade, which I think that's probably some of the footage we saw from Halo Studios rebranding video that they showed. And they showed like high res images of like Master Chief and oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the alien guy. Arbiter. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I was thinking Orbital. It's like that's not it. That's definitely not it. Don't say that. I'll sound dumb. But so yeah, that I think that's what that was. But then we do have this multiplayer Fortnite project that reliable insider Rebs Gaming claims that's happening. What do you
I have no interest in this. It had to be something amazing, but I'm not into Halo like that.
Oh my goodness!
I played the first one, and then some multiplayer, 2 and 3 back in college.
Yeah,
but I'm not. I was drawn to Call of Duty, the first Modern Warfare, and that was that.
Yeah, I actually spent at one point in my life, Halo was my favorite first-person shooter, and that was before I played Call of Duty. And then after playing Call of Duty, it was like, I don't see a world where I go back to Halo, because to me, like, Call of Duty was like the superior shooter. But like, I would be interested in the Halo, Combat Evolved remake, but this whole multiplayer project, it's like, so that's just the, I would imagine that's probably just like the multiplayer in Forge section from Halo Infinite, just made into its own thing. And it's like, they did that already? So I don't understand, like, I guess the possibility of it being a Fortnite could be that it could just be in this one giant map that you're returning to, and that like changes and updates, which I don't see how that's fun. I don't know. I would have to see a trailer of this and be sold on that multiplayer side to be like, okay, this is a thing that you should spend dev hours on versus just remaking Halo. But yeah, I don't know.
I thought they had just remade Halo. What the hell, man?
You mean Halo Infinite?
What was that thing with the ugly guy and the what the hell did they just remaster?
No. You mean
or was
Halo
it just
Infinite?
Showing the power? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh no. Okay, you're talking about the Halo Studios. No, okay, no, you're talking about Halo Infinite. The meme is Halo Infinite.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That was supposed to be like, I believe, like a part reimagining, because it like it does, yes. But hey guys, Halo's back.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6, former Call of Duty director says he's immensely worried about the future of the series under Xbox. This comes to us from a VGC by way of Andy Robinson. So, yeah. During a decade at his studio Sledgehammer Games, Schofield directed installments Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, World War II, and World War II. He left the studio he co-founded in 2019 before going to build the Callisto project at Crafton. Does he have actual? They didn't give me. Oh, Glenn Schofield's name of the director. Speaking to VGC at Gamescom Asia, Schofield said he was skeptical about whether the FPS series could remain as successful under Microsoft, citing cultural concerns such as the way in which staff are incentivized and Microsoft's recent track record for franchises like Halo, which have declined in popularity. Oh boy. I worry about it immensely. I really do, he told VGC. Because what's happening to Gears of War? Where's Halo? You know what I mean? And you look at EA, you look at these big companies, and I'm like, where's the strike games? Where's the strike games? Where's this game? And there's so many that just fall by the wayside. Yeah, he basically is these games are not keeping up with current trends. That's what he's getting at. And Call of Duty is doing the best it can, but it's right now it's like, all right, you have Battlefield 6 that is doing gangbusters. You have Arc Raiders that's coming out shortly that has a lot of steam behind it. And then Apex Legends is still going. I'm not sure how big it is anymore, but that's still a viable thing. You do have Fortnite, of course. And then you also have the other Call of Duty games, which is kind of a weird thing, but it's like people are just playing. Like
all run them concurrently.
Yeah, like one person on my PlayStation thing is playing Modern Warfare 2 still.
Yeah.
Say what you say?
It's gonna eat itself eventually.
Yeah. It's the weird thing of, because this happens on PlayStation side too, but we'll just use Xbox as an example because we're talking about Call of Duty specifically. Because these games have to make so much money, you can't afford to just release these games on the next gen consoles and really build a game for that. You have to appease the older generation consoles because you want as many people playing these games as possible to make that money back. So this just gets in a thing of, you have people who are like, okay, well, I could update, but Modern Warfare 2, that still works fine on my PS4. I'm going to play that. There's no incentive to really jump to the next thing now.
Well, I mean, they're playing them all for free now anyway, right? So does it really matter?
That's also true.
Or included?
Good old Game Pass.
Is it doing that yet? I don't know.
Yeah, it's included. Well, as far as I remember, just Black Ops 6 is included in Game Pass. I'm not sure about the other games. But it is the same kind of thing where it's just like, Call of Duty is kind of Call of Duty is Call of Duty. So if you played one and you enjoy the multiplayer experience, you could just kind of stay there. Yeah. Yeah. To answer the big question, do you see Call of Duty declining at a rate of we'll say Apex Legends, because Apex Legends was top shit at one point, and like now it's like it's still there, but it's not like a big thing, or at least it's
It was
not
just a nice
talked
alternative
about.
to Fortnite, but it was making good money. But
Yeah.
I don't see it declining the same. What I see it doing is eventually Microsoft trying to sell it off once they feel like they've made as much money as they can get out of it.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even
Because
think about that.
they don't really they can be real weird with the numbers and just say they had X amount of engagement, and they can cook the numbers and sell it off.
Yeah, there's no one to be like, well, that's actually not true because here are the actual like data points to compare to, but no one has those data points. So yeah, you're right. They could just say whatever, and we just kind of have to believe them or not believe them. So plus. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I don't see Call of Duty going like to the point where it's not in like the top 5 or top 10, most played FPSs or whatever. But I can definitely see it not being number 1. And if they keep making these choices, then it's like that's probably going to happen sooner than later. But, I can be wrong. We'll see how Call of Duty Black Ops 7 does in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, this is a quick hit. Rumor: Call of Duty Black Ops 7 may be getting a new release date. This comes to us from Game Rant, and that new release date is a week up from November 14th. So it might be released November 7th, which cool. The benefit to that is I think that just gets the game out sooner. That gives people less time with arc raiders. Let me see. Call of Duty fans had the chance to go hands on with its open beta weekend earlier this. Oh no, that's we knew that, right? Yeah, that's that. It's gonna be. There's a rumor that it might be released a week sooner, which cool. Yeah. And then number 8, I saved the best for last because this is truly the best use of all of our time and energy. Nintendo's second Kirby Air Riders Direct is this week, and it will last an hour.
Hey.
This comes us from VGC. Sean, that is longer than the first Kirby Air Riders Direct. What is Sakurai doing? Like, I don't understand. He spent like 45 minutes in the last direct explaining to us what this game is. And now he has an hour more stuff to say about this game.
Either they're very confident or not very confident at all. It's no in between.
I really hope I really, really hope that this game is just a shell of the game and it's actually like a in-depth mode to like the new Smash Brothers game.
Yeah.
And it's just been like, oh yeah, this is just something you could do in that Smash Brothers game. Like, there is no reason for, I mean, I could be ignorant, but there's no reason for Nintendo to spend this much time on Kirby Air Riders. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. But that's the thing that we're gonna have to deal with because it's coming this week. So you've been warned. All right, let's talk about what we've been playing. Sean, we both been playing Ghost of Yotei. Have you been playing anything else?
No.
Okay.
Mainlining this, 100%.
Yes. Pretty much right there with you. So, how far are you?
I've only killed 2 of the Yotei 6, but I've done a ton of side stuff. I have all the weapons. I almost unlocked almost all the skills. I just have a few more left to go. Got a lot of gear. Almost everything's upgraded. I just need gun parts.
Yeah.
I'm having fun just going around messing with stuff and finding the bounties and I
or
saw
even running
someone.
into them sometimes.
Yeah, and then I saw someone online. I saw an article of somebody saying like, "I pray to God we have no more games like this ever because like this just feels like they wake up and they just go down their checklist of things they need to do, and it's like maybe they're looking at it from a journalistic perspective where
Are
they're
they talking about
tired of
Assassin's Creed Shadows and not Ghost of Yotei?
you're
Because
talking
like
about Ghost Yotei,
that's
and
crazy.
I'm wondering if it's because they feel like they need to get a certain amount of things done in a game, and I know a lot of older people are saying they're tired of large, giant open world games. I don't feel like I need to do any of this stuff, but I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, it's the only need to do the things if you are chasing down trophies or you're trying to 100% the game. But like, it's definitely presented as like, hey, this is the main quest over here. There's other stuff on the map you can go to. It's up to you, but like, you can do the main thing and just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the really only thing you need to do is unlock the weapons and go kill the Yotei 6. Those are the main things you need to do because the last guy, they say he's proficient with everything. So
Yeah.
they have this rock, paper, scissors system where this is a hard counter to this weapon and vice versa.
Yeah. So have you actually you've gone into like the Kitsune area, right? Like the snow
I'm in
level?
Teshio Ridge right now. I'm looking for their hideout right now. And it's
Wait.
funny.
Okay, yeah.
The snowy place.
Yes, yeah.
I found it funny that they have their symbols, and I'm staring at them like, all right, I gotta remember these. I gotta memorize these. I gotta memorize these. And I'm like,
The cipher.
oh, these are just the goddamn PlayStation symbols arranged on the controller.
Oh.
And he didn't realize that either. I thought you
Nope.
realized that the other night when I mentioned that.
Huh.
Go back and look at it. One is just a
No,
circle with a
no,
line over the
I
top.
can see it
Box
now, and the
instead of box, the
dragonfly is the
firefly.
X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then only thing you got to really remember is death. That's it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Death
This
is
one
the
is
like
death. Don't go
exclamation
in this.
mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like
It was clever.
absolutely like there is so many like cool and like clever things that they do in this game. I'm just like, man, you guys really like looked at one what the controller can do and what you guys can do with the controller to like make these things a bit more interactive. Like you're cooking your fish, you can control the controller to act like you're moving the fish up and down and flip the fish and all that stuff. Even when you're lighting a fire, apparently Atsu is like the best fire maker in the entire continent of
Here, you
Yotei.
make the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's just
You can also
like there
change
was.
that to just blow into the controller instead of
Oh,
doing the
really?
lens. Yeah. You can blow
Because I
into the
have
light.
it's a button press for me. I didn't even know you could change it to blowing into the controller. Huh? Should do that. Get some
And their little
cardio.
mini game is actually pretty fun.
The which
Little
one?
coin game, whatever the hell the name.
Oh yeah. The Zenitsu or something
That
Zenitsu.
is Demon Slayer, but sure.
No, I think it's the name of the coin game too.
It's a little bit addicting because I kept on losing to this one guy, and I damn near lost my shirt playing him. I'm like, you know what? Let me leave this gambling house.
Yeah. I will tell you, I was the first time where I had to play for a charm. I lost like 2 times in a row, and I was like, nah, we're not doing this. So I I exited my game and I came back hoping that it would save before. Like I thought it would save like before I played the games. Nah, it saved like
Yeah,
right after you do a game, it will save. I'm
good
just like,
job.
crap, I lost my money. But what I did do was go into the accessibilities and turn on the little indicator so you know where the coin is like going to go depending on your button press. So you have a sense of like how far you're going to hit the coin.
You could still lose as well, so it
Well,
doesn't really feel like cheating.
the The thing that I noticed, which was giving me issues before I turned the indicator on, was I would do a like flick and then I would hold the button the same, like with the same amount of pressure for another flick, and Atsu would like hit the coin like far away or whatever. When I turn on the indicator, you can see that it does like a weird thing where it like goes out like far and then it comes back in. Someone's like, oh, this must be like a bug or something. But having the indicator on, I was able to see that and like adjust for that. But after I turned the indicator on, I was able to like do that without any like I was winning games without issue. But yeah, I absolutely love that minigame. Like that is a cool thing. You actually get those coins if you get the like deluxe edition or something. So missed out on that. But yeah, in terms of where I'm at in the game, I am I would say I'm pretty far into the I guess the kitsune stuff. Did you do the poison stuff?
Yes. What, to get a poison arrow?
No, not no. The poison training stuff.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Okay, yeah. So I just did that and like that was cool. Like, this game is so good. This game is so good. Like the only thing that I have found that I take issue with, and it's not even a negative issue, is just like, there's not much friction here, is that because I loot everything, I have an abundance of resources, and I never feel like, dang, I want to upgrade this one thing, but I don't have the resources to do it. I just do it all the time. And that feels like, because the resources feel so abundant, it's like, okay, well, why do I have to use these resources to upgrade these things? Like, it should just be money if that's the case. Because like you have the Ainu people where you can like barter with them for stuff.
It's the hard gate some things that they don't want you to have yet. That's all. They don't want you to grind and then have full on perfect weapons in the first goddamn area because people who do it.
That's true. I mean, you're not wrong, because like when I was able to get like my little quick fire stuff, I upgraded them like instantly, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I don't need to go back to you, person, and get my bow upgraded or my kunai upgraded. Now it's just like I just have these things now. But yeah, like that has been the only pushback, or the only like thing that's been like grating on me, is like, oh, I'm talking to these people, I want to build connection with these people, but it's just like I don't really need to see you anymore. Like even like the armor person that comes, just like, what's up, guy? I wish you could do something else than upgrading my armor, because they're already upgraded to max. So yeah, but yeah, man, I'm just having a good time with this game. I'm just enjoying this game. I don't want to. I want to talk about something, but it.
Spoil it. I mean, you said you were going to do spoiler markers. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler markers, because for the Kitsune, how far in that story are you?
I just Chosuke. I just put the poison in Chosuke's drink or something like that.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay, so I'm further than you in that story. So actually, I won't say anything yet. But it like the only thing I will say is that the way that they do storytelling in this game, it is so effective. There's a scene, sort of like a sequence that you go through that's like, oh, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Like things happen and it's really cool. So you got fun times ahead of you. Like most of this game. But yeah, it's for me, it has been weird to play so much of this game and look at my like game progress and it's 51, 52%. And I'm like, I still got half of a game left. That is insane. So yeah, man. That's been our time with Ghost of Yotei.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right. Well, that is it. This is another episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget, you can rate and review us on your favorite podcasting service. You can subscribe to this channel as you should. And I said before, and I'm saying it again, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And hit that like button. Thank you. And hit the notification bell. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna turn this off and go play some games or sleep, depending on what happens first. And then we'll be back next week to talk about other stuff that happened between now and then. Because that's what we do every week. All right. See ya.
Peace.